wager of the year. Yes, the British Open returns.
Oh, yeah.
The Team Money's own stomping grounds in England, the Royal St. George's course on the Kent coastline. You remember that over there?
Oh, yeah.
The best in golf compete for the Claret Jug, and the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns in a slugfest. They play again tonight. It's going to be 2-2 after tonight, I think. Who's going to emerge after that? We're going to tell you. Welcome to the Father, Son, and Holy Sport July 14th edition.
Oh,
Team Money. We're live here together.
Live together in Palo, Ohio, not in Cali anymore. We're at home. Have Father, Son, and Holy Sport gear here, looking great. Oh, yeah. Hit us up if you want some, but yeah, great to be home. This is great. A little fountain action in the background. We're spoiling you guys tonight.
Hey, want to shout out July 14th. Happy birthday to the lovely Vicky Ross out there. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, mother.
Yeah, I wanted to get that out there. We have a jam-packed 30-minute show for you today. We have the T. Ross Chug and Chant coming up for you live.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're going to talk a little chat, Team Money with the Packers tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have to say?
Got a little something.
Also, we're going to give you some big picks for the British Open this week and going to help you win some cash like we always do.
Yep.
Team Money was hot last week, and we have Ross v. Ross for you today. We will debate which quarterback would you like to have on your team if you owned an NFL franchise, Baker or Burrow? We're going to talk about that. And one of our fun segments is to try to stump Team Money and trivia of the week. You have been doing pretty well.
All right. I've been on a hot streak, I feel like. What do you got for me?
So you want something this week that's going to challenge you? How about a little golf? The British Open being held at St. George's course in England. It's hosted the British Open more times than any other links course. I want you to name two characteristics that differentiate link courses from other types of golf courses.
God.
You got to give me two characteristics of a links course. And all you fans out there, you see if you can beat Team Money here in this. Hey, y'all, if you like what you're seeing every week, press a like and subscribe. We're here live in Columbus, Ohio. We're on YouTube and Spotify, all the channels, man. Look for us at Father, Son, and Holy Sport.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get into it, man. Let's jump into this Ross rundown here. We had the big Euro match over the weekend. I called you. I told you guys Italy was going to win this thing, but it was going to be a little closer versus England. And damn, was it close. That was a hell of a crazy match. They went into PKs. But, Gary, England had this, it looked like, and especially in the PKs, they had it. Did they choke in the PKs?
Well, they choked in the PKs, but I got to say, it really fell apart before that. You can always blame that last kick, but England played well.
Yeah.
Overall, they played well. They put on a defensive show. No one scored a goal for the whole tournament till the last game that they played. They were playing at home. They should have won that game. So they did kind of choke a little bit because they had that home field advantage.
Yeah.
They had the momentum, and they didn't come through in the end. I know they're disappointed, but hey, man, it's a team effort. It's not just the guys that kick. It's everybody together that makes up a team. And man, team sports. It's not like tennis. We're playing tennis. It's one on one.
Yeah, I actually disagree. I don't think they choked. I think Italy was the better team. I think Italy had.
Well, it's because you picked it.
They were the best team. They looked the best. England scored right away. Italy looked like the best team for the next 80 out of the 90 minutes. And they looked better in overtime. And they had the better goalie. I think they had the best goalie in the entire tournament. The goalie was awesome. If anyone choked, it's the coach. England's coach, not known as a strategy guy, known as a motivation guy, and he made a bad call. Yeah. He brought 2 of his 5 kickers in with less than 2 minutes left in overtime. So they kicked the ball cold. One of them, the first time he touched the ball, he didn't touch it in overtime, was during the kick. Then he decides to put a 19-year-old as his last guy in his biggest moment of his entire life. He puts a 19-year-old out there. And he subbed out one of his guys that would have been in the top 5, Henderson, in the middle of overtime. I think he made multiple bad coaching decisions at the end there. And I don't blame England for choking. I think Italy should have won this in the first place. But if anyone did, the coach did.
Well, you can say that. I agree with you. But they did make it to the finals.
Yeah.
Maybe the best defense of all. England's goalie is awesome, too. And like I said, no one scored a goal, but they're very conservative on offense. They had the momentum in the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and they let it get
They let it get away.
But you made a great pick there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, let's see if we can keep picking them right. The Suns and Bucks, man, they're having a fun series here. Giannis coming to life here. First guy since Shaq to do back-to-back 40-10 games in the finals. Him and Shaq are actually the only ones to do 40-10 back-to-back games in the finals. What do you think? Are the Suns in trouble now, even though they're up 2-1 on the Bucks?
They're in trouble. It's 2-2. A lot of the experts are saying that the Bucks are going to win this thing. So the momentum is shifting. It's going to be 2-2 this week.
We'll see.
We haven't played the game. The game's tonight here. We're taping. You'll see this tomorrow. But the Suns are strong at both ends of the floor. You know, the Bucks have been great, but they have to be able to score more. Look at these points here. If we look at the last series here, the Milwaukee scored in their first few games. They scored 105 points in the first game. They scored 108 points in the second game. Lost both those games. Now they score 120. Okay, so that's the kind of range you got to be in if they're going to hang with the Suns offense.
I know. And I think the big thing here is who's going to be Milwaukee's second scorer. Giannis is going to get 30 to 40 if he they can't stop him. The biggest thing for them is if Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday, one of those guys can get about 25 points. They have enough shooting around them to do it, but they haven't had that second guy yet. I don't think the Suns are in trouble. I think the Suns are still going to win this thing. I think they've had a few hiccups. Giannis just had one of an all-time great games. I think CP3 is going to motivate these guys and keep going. But, man, Giannis looked dominant. They're not going to be able to stop him. They just got to stop everyone else.
The Bucks can do it if they keep doing it on the offensive glass. They're winning on the offensive glass this last game, and they're going to do it again. And they got to be stopped if on the offensive glass they grab 30% of their own missed shot. 1 out of 3 times
that's crazy.
They shoot the ball, they get the rebound again and shoot it again.
It's crazy.
All right, so that is the key to the victory right there.
I agree. And the other thing is the Suns really need Devin Booker to come alive here. Devin Booker, where you been, man? He has not shot over 50% in a single game since game 1 versus the Clippers.
I told you all to pick CP3 as the MVP.
He did.
Devin Booker's out.
He's not playing well. He is. Race. It is. He is not playing well.
And it's CP3. And if Phoenix wins, CP's gonna get it because Devin Booker's like
he's not.
Ground.
Yeah, he is not playing. The Suns really need him to come alive. They're gonna win this. But if they don't, and let's say Giannis and the Bucks win, and Giannis wins the MVP of the finals. What do you think, G-Man? Does he go into next year as the best overall player in the NBA?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's carrying this team. They're going to win the title. We always say championships matter. This guy's carrying this team on his back.
I agree.
If they win the title, he's the friggin' MVP. He's the best in the league. He's going to be the first player since LeBron, and you mentioned this, in 2016 to score 40 points in back-to-back finals games and joined Shaq as the only players in finals history to put up 40-plus points and 10-plus rebounds in back-to-back games. Him and Shaq are in the same community.
I know. It's what I just told you, man. I agree with you. But here's my only caveat. A couple of years ago, everyone wanted to declare Kawhi Leonard the best player in the NBA after the Toronto Raptors won. And he clearly was not. Now is he a top 10 guy, top 5 guy? Probably. But that's the difference is you're scared with Giannis here. But I agree. He's got to be named the best player in the NBA. He went through KD, who's could be the number 1 guy. Then he went through Embiid, who should have been the MVP. And now he wins finals MVP and has 2 MVPs in his pocket already, league MVPs. He's got to be the best player in the NBA. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I love you, LeBron James. You're not playing this year, but he's going to be the best player going into next year.
He will if they win, but I don't think they're going to win. But if they do win, yes, I agree with you.
I agree
with you if they win. But you know what I love about him, even in addition to that, is the relationship he has with that city, with that state of Wisconsin, the city of Milwaukee. That guy has been there 8 years. Do you believe that?
I know. It's great.
He has stayed with them. All these other players that are going to other teams, he stayed there. The people love him for that. He's in a small market. I mean, look at the other markets. And he stayed there in that small market. He never left. And because of that, those people love him, man.
I agree. I agree.
Milwaukee, shout out.
This is great for the NBA as well. If he stays there, you know, that helps not form as many super teams. This is what the NBA wants. They want homegrown talent. They want these small markets winning. That's good for the NBA.
Hey, tell me another player that has that kind of relationship with their city. There's not many, man.
Kobe Bryant.
I mean, this guy has stayed there a long time.
I know. Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas.
I mean, there's a short list.
It's a short list. So this is good for the NBA. So we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, man, CP3, you got to come through for me because I told you. But if you don't, Giannis is the man, CP.
I know.
Hey, it's fun to kind of look at you and I can see you. And then I look at there and I can see you too. This is great. Nice setup, man. Hey, let's go on to one of our popular segments.
Oh, gosh.
The T. Ross Chug and Chant. I get to hand a Bud Light live to my man Team Money here for the T. Ross Chug and Chant. Team Money going to do the Chug and Chant. This is sponsored by Help Me Startup. Do you have a startup or a new company idea? Why not get help from the experts at Help Me Startup? Try the easy-to-use startup tools and advice to help you get moving on your way to an investment and success. Learn more at helpmestartup.co. All right, Team Money.
All right.
We're going to send you to the background. Do you want you to go right
here?
Oh,
you want me to go? Okay,
yeah,
one
second. I want to get a full effect here, Team Money, and you take it away, baby. Woo! Hey, all right, we timed there.
All right.
Woo, Team Money.
Oh, man. All right. You know who I'm coming for here? I'm coming for the Packers. And a little bit of shade at Notre Dame here, too, because you know what? The Packers are the Notre Dame of the NFL. These guys think that they are top notch. They think they're better than everyone else. They hold on to some gloryful past back when there was like no cars on the road and Lou Holtz was coaching in the freaking 40s, slurring somewhere else other than on Sports Center. All right. They think they're the best, but it's not the players as much, it's not the players. It's the owners. It's the coaches. It's the management. It's the chancellors. These guys think they're better than everyone else, and they come up short in big spots. When there's big expectations, these guys crumble. Now, when players like Aaron Rodgers come along, you might be able to get over that. But Notre Dame doesn't win championships anymore. They always think they're great, and then they get to good competition and they fold. Packers look great. They're up on the Bucs last year, and then they fold. They go 13-3 the year before. They play a hard team in the Niners, and then they fold. These guys are folders. They can't live up to big game moments. The Packers are the Notre Dame of the NFL. What do you think about that, G-Man?
That was fun seeing you do that live, man.
Yeah.
That was fun. Your eyes are kind of red and wild.
I know. I bet they are.
Took a hit there, man. You were like a D-back over.
I know. It's just crush your cane.
Taking a hit, man. But you kept going. You kept going.
Come on.
But yeah, hey, man, I think, you look at the history of the Packers. They have dominated. They've won 13 league championships, the most in the NFL history. They have the most wins and highest win-loss record in NFL history. They got this great tradition. And I know what you're saying. Well, what about lately? Now let's look at 2008, the transition. So they had that great history. 2008, we got Brett Favre giving the reins over to Rodgers. Rodgers takes over. And in 2010, he goes to the Super Bowl, gets the MVP. They're like, oh my gosh, here we go. We got the guy that we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodgers does it. But guess what? He did not get back into that kind of form until last year. Really, it was 2020 that
it's not just Rodgers. It's Brett Favre too.
They're hooked at the hip.
Now, here's the thing.
Rodgers since 2008, man, that's a long time.
Here's the problem: is you have Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers back to back. These Packers fans are spoiled. His management is spoiled. They had got 2 Super Bowls out of 2 top 8 quarterbacks all time in a 30-year span. That's what's disappointing about these guys. They won 2 Super Bowls and they should have 6. Don't tell me of the most in the NFL when all of them were won before Gary was born. Okay. That doesn't count. Congratulations on being great in the 50s when you literally had to coach Lombardi coaching. There wasn't a Lombardi trophy to be given to the winner of the Super Bowl yet because the guy hadn't died.
Well, thank you for that compliment.
Okay. So congrats on being old and great in the 1940s.
All right. You already did your chant. I'm responding to your chant. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl MVP in 2010, 3 times most valuable player in the whole league.
Yeah.
2011, 2014, 2020. he threw a wrench into the works in 2020.
Okay.
They were getting rid of him.
Yeah.
He was going to be gone because they believe what you believe. I think they were going to get rid of him in 2020. The guy hits it out of the park, and all of a sudden they're all jammed up.
Okay. Well, are they the Notre Dame of the NFL? You haven't answered any of my questions. Well, hey, you're just giving me history.
3 of the last 5 years, they've made it the NFC Conference Championships. 3 of the last 5 years.
I know. And guess what they do? They don't win.
They lost them all.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they made it 3 times.
Yeah, Notre Dame always looks great.
4.
Notre Dame always looks great, and they somehow sneak into the college football playoff, and they get trounced by Alabama.
Hey, they lost those 3 conference championships. It wasn't like they had another great team out there. They lost to 3 different teams. They lost to the Falcons. They lost to the 49ers, and they lost to the Bucks.
Yeah.
3 different teams won that title.
I know.
It could have been them. I'm supporting your point. I'm
just
saying
that's what I want to hear.
That they have had chances.
That's the point. It always seems like they do, and they think they're the best because of their history, but they come up short.
Well, I like you get all fired up in person like this, and you nailed that Bud Light. Very impressive chug and chant. And let's go on. Let's give you something else to get all worked up about. We want to go to the Ross v. Ross.
All right, what you got for me?
In person, man. You talk about me? What? Come on,
let's
man.
Go.
G-Man. Hey, T-Money, which quarterback would you want? If you owned an NFL franchise, would you want Baker or Burrow? You tell me which one you like.
So
I'll tell you which one.
I do like Baker Mayfield. I do. I think he's way better than people give him credit for. But Joe Burrow is just too good. I'm going to surprise you here.
Yes, you
I am a Baker Mayfield supporter.
You are a Baker fan.
But Joe Burrow is just too damn good. He's averaging more yards as a rookie per game than Baker did in any of his 3 seasons. And Baker is actually dropping each season in yards per game. Joe Burrow looked like the better passer. He was a more accurate passer. He's more mobile. He just looks better. And I would take him over the next 5 years, but I will preface it with this. Baker Mayfield's going to win more. Baker Mayfield has a much better team, a much better general manager, a much better coach, and the Bengals are going to be trash for a long time because they're not going to spend money to support Joe Burrow. So if you're just looking team to team, Joe Burrow is not going to be relevant for 5 years. But if I'm starting one, it's not even close. Give me Joe Burrow.
I'm glad you've come over to my side. You know, you finally have recognized my man Joe. My man Joe is the man. And I'm glad you've come over.
I did. I got his jersey. I have a Joe Burrow jersey. Don't let him fool you.
Hey, Joe Burrow completion rate at LSU was 76%. He threw for 60 touchdowns and beat Trevor Lawrence. You guys don't remember that?
I know.
He beat Trevor Lawrence head to head.
Crazy.
His senior year at LSU. All of his targets, 10 plus yards downfield. He had 62% accuracy going down the field. You know what Baker Mayfield's was? 57%. That's not bad. But Joey,
in college or high school? College and
this is senior
NFL.
Year, man.
Okay.
I'm just showing when they in comparable apples to apples.
They both won a Heisman.
You load Joe onto the Cincinnati Bengals, and they don't invest like the Browns have. The Browns have invested, and the Bengals. You're going to get the chug and chant from G-Man if you don't invest.
Watch out. Get Gary chugging. No, man, that's serious.
All right, let's go to our picks of the week.
Come on.
Team Money. Last week you made the call on Italy. Italiano.
Oh, come on.
That's our roots, man.
Yeah.
Italiano, but England's our roots too. We had a tough one there.
Yeah.
And hey, man, you made the right pick there.
Yeah.
Nice pick with Italy over England. England made the strong push.
They did.
The finals.
They did.
But you picked it, man. Nice job. G-Man picked the finals MVP, Chris Paul. He was plus 150 when I told y'all to take it, and now he's minus 260. You should. I hope you jumped on.
Hope you jumped on it. Come on.
But let's go to our picks this time.
Okay.
Team Money. Who are you going to for your pick of the week?
I hate to do this. I gotta go chalk. I'm choosing John Rahm to win this thing.
Oh my God.
I'm choosing John Rahm to win this thing. I hate the fact that I'm doing this. This guy is playing out of his mind this year. He's the number 1 in the world. He took over for Dustin Johnson, who's playing horrible, so he's out. Rory McIlroy's trash now, so he's out. John Rahm, I think Brooks is great, but these aren't courses made for him. These are too difficult for him. Bryson, this is too difficult for him. He goes out of bounds too much or out of the fairway. So I think this is going to be over. And
Hey, we can't win any money off of that pick, us fans.
so
out
I'm
here.
sorry, John Rahm to win this thing.
We can't win any money off of the pick like that. We
I
didn't be
know.
able to win money
I
off
know.
the pick, man. You want me to put up $300 so I can win $1? I mean,
I'm
come
sorry.
on,
I'm
man.
sorry. John Rahm's going to win this thing. He's too good.
Well, John Rahm, looking at the odds this morning. John Rahm
7 to 1.
Bryson's 14 to 1. DJ 15 to 1. And then we got Rory, Xander, and Brooks all at 16 to 1.
Okay.
Thomas and Spieth 20 to 1 each. So those are your top. What are they? 2, 4, 6, 8, right there. I'm gonna give you the bet, man. All you fans, I'm gonna give you the bet.
All right. What are we going
Koepka,
with?
top 3 finish. Bet
Oh,
Koepka.
top
I'll
3
tell you what.
finish.
I got a better bet than that. Koepka over Bryson head to head.
Oh my
Okay,
God, I
looked up
love
the
it.
odds. It's minus 125. Bet 100, you win 80. You want $180? Bet 100, you win 80. You walk away with 180. Hey, Brooks is going to beat Bryson. Bryson,
I agree with that.
Is going to go up in the air with all that wind.
Yeah.
And it's going to take off like mine over the trees.
He goes out of the fairway a lot, and these greens over there are these roughs over there not forgiving. It's going to be rough for
Well,
him.
the lake's the biggest rough too.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I agree with that bet. Hey, Tommy Fleetwood for the long shot. Watch out.
Okay. Hey, Koepka, reputation for success in the majors. He finished 4th in the British Open the last time they did it.
Yeah.
He was 4th. I'm thinking he's going to be top 3.
I agree.
He's been in the top 10 more than half of his career majors.
It's pretty impressive.
So, hey, man, great shot of winning it. But hey, you want to win some cash?
Go.
G-Man's giving
Go
you the pick
Brooksy.
there, man. Hey, Wound-Wise trivia of the week. See if we can stump T-Money with the Wound-Wise trivia of the week. Brought to you by Wound-Wise IQ, a patented mobile imaging and analytics software app that is used by leading physicians and nurses caring for people with chronic and surgical wounds. Just download the app from the App Store. You're ready to go. Learn more at woundwiseiq.com. Okay, Team Money. We're live here, man. We got the fans behind us. We are live here in Columbus, Ohio, Team Money.
I know. What do you got for me?
Edition of the Father-Son Sports here live in Columbus. You guys aren't used to this, and we're together, man. Come here, man. Come on, man. Got my man Team Money live here for you, doing the Wound-Wise trivia of the week. All right. The British Open is being held at St. George's course in England. It's hosted to the most British Opens of any links course. Name 2 characteristics that differentiate links courses from other types of courses. Team Money, can you name a couple things there?
This is actually crazy because I know that links courses exist, and I have Googled this before, and I'm not 100% sure what I Googled. And for some reason, I don't know that today I was on Instagram and saw a PGA Tour post, and I almost Googled what makes a links course a links course.
Oh my
I
God.
swear on my life that is true. So I am guessing right now. I did not Google this.
Well, you better guess.
Okay, I'm going to go with there's a lot of rolling hills.
I'm going to give you that one.
And that-
It was traditionally coastal sand dunes, the rolling sand dunes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
Yes.
give you that.
Coastal.
Undulating surface.
And then how about there's not a lot of foliage or trees?
I'm going to give you that lack of trees. I'm going to give you lack of trees.
Lack
on
of
that.
trees.
Team Money.
Lack of trees. That's what I assumed they were. Oh yeah, I know what a links course was. Yeah. I know what it is.
You know, they traditionally have been dunes, so the ground has been hard and sand. And for one, they drain very quick and they get very hard and dry. And that's why, you get those pot bunkers out there on the course.
Yeah.
And they do what they call running the ball. So you hit the ball to go like for a mile.
I know.
Once it hits the ground, because it's all sand and hard,
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps going. And sometimes it rolls in those pot bunkers, which are like 25 foot deep.
I know.
I couldn't
It's
even see
crazy.
out of them if I was in one of those pot bunkers. But that's it, man. You're
All right.
You're right.
All right.
And wind plays a major factor.
Yeah.
Because a lot
There's
of the
not a
links
lot of
courses, but
trees.
not all,
Yeah.
are on water.
Yes.
There's a farce that you think that they're all on water. They're not all on water. There
All
are
right.
links courses that aren't on water. So that would have been a trick question if T Money would have said
T-Money
they're on
knew.
water.
T-Money knew. Come on.
Money gets it with the rolling dunes and lack of trees. You're going to see that this weekend at the final major of the year. Get ready for it. Brooksy. All right. We hope you love the show. You know that we love you. And we thank you to Diga Paya for joining us as a guest today on the show. If you're interested in being a guest, let us know. Thank you to Woundwise IQ for sponsoring Trivia of the Week and for helping me start up, for sponsoring the T. Ross Chug and Chant. Next week, we're going to preview the Olympic Games, which start on July 23rd.
Coming up.
And get ready as we transition the show in August to an all football format, including 15-minute all fantasy segment of the show. Get ready for a big run, man, of like 6 months of football. We're going to get it on, baby. But before that, little Olympics for you. If you like the show, press the like and subscribe. Look for us on all the platforms at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. Team Money, have fun watching the final major of the year.
Oh, yeah. Going to be a good weekend. We'll be together for it. We got a golf outing of our own. It's going to be a fun one. Glad to be back in PAL. What a great episode. Great episode.
Brooksy.
We'll see you guys. Come on. All right.
All right.
That was good.